So let's continue our day with the continuation of the topic from your fifth chapter, data transformations, the topic manipulating numeric values. So before starting this topic, you have already completed the previous topic, which was all about manipulating character values. So with character values, we had seen how one can manipulate the character strings, extract the strings or substring from the string, sorry. You can extract the words from the substring, right? You can transform the words. You can change the values within the words. You can find a specific substring. So this was some of the functions which we got introduced while manipulating character values. Now we'll see how one can work with numeric values. All right. So when we are working with numeric values, we'll see certain functions which truncate numeric values, and of course we'll see certain SAS functions which compute descriptive statistics of your numeric values. So the business scenario here is when investigating the new numeric functions, investigating the many numeric functions that exist in SAS, you find truncation functions that you would like to investigate further. Now, what is truncation functions with numeric? It's like in case if you have done certain calculations, okay, or you have written certain assignment statement where it is calculating some numeric value which results with decimal places. And most of the time, if it's age which we have calculated, age cannot have the values with decimals. Like if the age is calculated as 32.56 or 37.18, we cannot have age with decimals. So how are we going to make it into a figure which is readable? So either we can use a round function, CIL function, floor function, and INT function for numeric values to represent in a whole number, correct? So let's understand more in detail about a round function. So a round function returns a value rounded to its nearest multiple of rounding unit. Understand the words. Round function returns a value rounded to the nearest multiple of rounding unit. See one of the example. Here you have the value as 12.12. You are simply using a round function. So this 12.12 without further argument, it is just rounding up the value with its integer, which is 12. And look at your syntax. It's argument, comma, rounding unit. So now we are giving the rounding unit in this example as 42.65 is the value, and the rounding unit you are giving is comma is 0.1. So this round unit is 0.1. That means this value of your decimal gets round up to its nearest 0.1 value, which is 0.7. Okay. Now look at this. It is simply round off minus 6.478. It will round off to minus 6. And now look at this example. 96.47 comma, the round off unit is 10. That means its nearest 10th unit place. So nearest 10th unit place for 96 is 100. Hence it's coming like this. All right. Is this clear?
Yes.
Without a
Yes.
rounding unit, no need to round up the value. I mean,
It will simply do it in this example.
yeah, like we
Yes.
need not consider the decimal values also, right?
Right. It will just give its whole number.
Without the rounding unit.
Yes.
Okay.
Rounding unit. Now look at this example. Now you are telling you have round up unit as 0.25. So it's telling round the nearest multiple of 0.25. So 0.25 for 0.969. So it will be 75.75. Hence it is 0.75. That means the rounding unit up is 0.25. Then after 0.25, which is the round off unit, is 0.5. Then 0.50, that means another round of unit nearest to 0.50 is 0.75. Are you getting it? So it's multiple of 0.75. sorry, 25. So it's 69.69. So for this 0.69, its nearest 0.25 round of unit is 0.75. Hence it gives like this. Understood now?
It is considering between 50 and 75, which is nearer to that.
Which is nearer? Absolutely. So because it is 0.69, it gives the value as 0.75. Now in case this was suppose 60, or not even 60, if I take it as suppose it was 55, okay, 0.55. So
And
this 0.25 would have written to 12.50.
okay.
Got it? Swarupa, Shanmuga?
Yes.
Shanmuga? Yes.
Yes.
So now look at here. It's nearest round of 0.5. Okay. So what it should give the value? For 42.65.
42.5. Radha, please thumbs it up.
Yes, absolutely correct. So there is no zero given. That means obviously it is 42.50. Got it now?
Why 0.5?
So it's taking it because 65 is more closer. It won't go to its next 70. It will go to 50. If it was 0.66, then it would have gone to 0.70. So it's round to its nearest multiple of 0.5, which is 50. All right.
It's because it's like 0.5, right?
Right.
It is for here it is 15, and then if you want which is near, right? Otherwise
Right.
if it is like 76 or something, we had to go to 43. Is that what it means?
76.
76 or something like that. 42.76.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is scene function. Now what does it mean? That the scene function returns the smallest integer greater than or equal to the argument. Now what's your argument? It's 4.4. Okay. And how it's the syntax? Scene on your argument. So if this is the number scale where we have 4.4, so ideally we know its nearest round of unit it should go to, or we say it's 4.5 and all those stuff. So scene will go to its nearest or greater or equal to its argument. So though it is 4.4, it is going to its greater argument, which is 5. So this is how scene function works. Though its argument integer is less, but it goes to its greater portion, which is 5.
If it is 4.2,
Let's see. Let's see how it works. Try it out. Even you people can try it out simultaneously. Meanwhile, I'll start with my studio.
And then it is going to 5 only. Four point two also going to 5.
Ashwini, are you speaking?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Yes. So see, 4.4 with seal, it's returning to its greater portion. Even if I use the value as 4.1, it's still returning to its greater portion, which is 5. So as per this slide, it's telling though even if you have a smallest integer, it will return to its greater or equal to its argument. So that is what it's come to its 5. Okay, so let's see your floor. How is this? So this floor is exactly opposite than your seal. So where seal was giving its greater integer, your floor will return to its smaller integer. So it's telling floor function returns the greater integer less than or equal to its argument. Though you have the value as 3.6, it returns to its smaller integer, which is 3, exactly opposite to seal. That is floor. And you have an int function. Now int, the word itself indicates that it is the integral portion of your integer. So even if it's the value is 3.9, because of int function, its integral portion is 3, it returns to 3. All right, now make a note. Floor and int, you will be telling me it returns the same value. Okay, so it's the same. The question would arise, okay, in future, in upcoming slides. So it's telling the same thing. Look at this program. The values returned from floor and int functions are the same. Look at your floor for var1, it's 6.478. Now we know floor returns to its lesser integer value. For int also, it returns to its integral portion, so value is the same. Now the question here is how it will work if it's a negative value. So given the same value as argument, do int and floor function always return the same result?
For negative, it will match with
Yes, absolutely.
opposite
For
result.
floor, yes, for floor, it's telling that even if it has its highest integer value, it will return to its original value, correct? Whereas int, it gives the integral portion. So when we have a negative value, it works or it gives the results differently. So look at here, now the value is minus 6.478. you're writing it floor. So for floor, it gives to its smaller integer value. And we know for negative, the higher number is always small. Hence it returns -7. Whereas for int, it will always return its integral value. Hence it is -6. All right. Swarupa, Shanmuga,
Yes, yes, got it.
Nilima.
Yes, Ashwin.
All right. So that's it. Now let's work with the scenario now. Now look at this scenario. You are already aware with this table, which is employee donations. This table has employee ID and 4 quarters information about contributing the donations by each employee in each contribution. So what they want at the end is what is the total contribution by each employee, average, okay, average contribution, because every employee needs to contribute in every quarter. But we do have certain employees who are not contributing in all the quarters, only with specific quarters. So accordingly, what is the average contribution? And of course, the count of contribution. So for this employee, he is contributing only in fourth quarter, hence its count is 1. For this employee who is contributing for all the 4 quarters, hence the count is 4. So this is what the result we want at the end, irrespective of all your detail quarter 1 to quarter 4 contributions. They just want total contribution, average contributions, and number of contributions done. And to achieve this result, we can use some of the statistical functions of SAS to get this result. So your total is nothing but sum of all your contributions, correct? So let's get introduced to some of your SAS functions which are used, ready to use to calculate the statistical values. So this is the list of descriptive statistic functions which you can implement on your data. So you know you have a sum function which performs the sum of all your arguments. Similarly, you have mean function which will calculate the mean. You have mean, that is min, which is minimum. It will return the smallest value from the argument. Max will return the largest and will give you the count of non-missing arguments. Like for example here, for first contribution, what is the count or what will be the end if I use it, and what will be the value? It's 1. So it's the count of non-missing value for this value which returns is 1, which is actually with n count of non-missing value. Got it? If you write n-miss, it will be count of missing numeric arguments, only missing numeric argument. If you want for character missing arguments, how many missing arguments you have for character values, you have to write cmiss. But this is going to be applicable not only for character but also for numeric. Got it? The difference? Yes.
Yes.
C, very clearly, C means it indicates for character, but not only character, but it can be applicable for both numeric and character. Whereas n-miss, it's specifically only for counting missing values for numeric values. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try this with our current example. We have data. Write as total donations. Set Orion dot employee donations, correct? So we have employee donations table. We create total column, which is actually sum, and sum, you know, this arguments, which is statistical sum functions, which are used on our arguments, you know, it ignores missing value and gives you the sum of the non-missing values, correct? Same goes with min also. Fine. So we have
Yes.
QTR1, we have QTR2, now I'm writing this individually, but what if I have the count of like this for 12 quarters? So I'm not going to use this list like this, correct? So
Sum of
there is a way, yes, Absolutely, you can use that of keyword and give the range of your values, or you can simply write of, and you know QTR is common prefix, so you can write QTR with colon. Correct? So like for example, I'm just giving you this text on you. I'm using the same thing. I can write of keyword and write QTR1 to QTR4. Else, other which way you can use it as total, which is calculated as sum. Because the prefix is same, you can write of with QTR and colon. Correct?
Underscore QTR underscore.
So you can use that also. Total sum. We was telling like QTR underscore QTR1. Sorry. 2 underscore QTR4. Correct? This is what you was telling, right?
No. Like before and after QTR underscore QTR underscore. This is
No,
also
that won't work. If you, I think we have done this earlier.
yes, we have done.
So that won't work. So this is 2 underscore or 2 hyphens indicates in between QTR1 and QTR4, you have 2 columns, which is QTR2 and QTR3, which are subsequent or you have adjacent columns, hence include those adjacent columns as well. All right. Average donation. Suppose I do this one.
So average will be mean.
Absolutely. It is mean of all your quarters. So let me use this also. It can be used here.
So for mean also we can use off and then list down.
No, I did not get you. What you was asking me?
Like for some for mean also, shall we start with off and then list down? Okay, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
Hmm?
Count of all your quarters. Is total average of donations. You can have six. Of course, you need to have employee ID as well. Meanwhile, even you can try this, which is on your slides. So same thing. See, I hope you can see the slide. See, look at the values. So it's var1, var2, var3, var4. Because of sum of all your var1 to var4, and you know var2 is having a missing value. So sum function ignores missing value and it will give you sum of all the non-missing values. Same goes for mean, and CMIS means it will count of missing value. So this it will return as 1 for this. Okay, so count of missing value, which is CMIS. All right.
Why is the average and missing periods?
No, I'm still moving ahead. The slide is just highlighting this part. So look into that highlighted this part, which is this result. In upcoming slide, it will go step by step.
Okay.
So if you have kept your PDF book handy, you can scroll and check the next slides in your PDF book also. See, for average mean of var1 to var4, so it will give average of all this, which is 12, 7, average is 8, and count of missing value is 1, hence it's giving you 1, right? So same thing on our slide, still showing it's running.
So why they didn't use NMIS instead of CMIS? Like we already know it's a numeric, right?
All right, meanwhile it returns to our result. Let's move ahead with this poll. Now what is the three are the columns or variables that contain the sale amount, sale amounts of the last 3 orders from all customers who have 3 orders or more. Okay, so it's telling sale amounts of the last 3 orders from all customers who have 3 orders or more. Which of the following expressions can calculate the total of 2 largest orders? So which would be the exact, which returns the total of 2 largest orders?
We'll first sum it out all three and then subtract the minimum. I think B. Is it B, Ashwini? Ashwini?
Yeah, I was trying to unmute it and that button was locked. So yes, so you was telling it's B, correct? Right? Nilima?
Yes, yes. Yes, B.
Yes.
We'll sum it
Yeah.
out all three and then if we take out the minimum, then we get the
Okay.
highest two.
Okay. So Swarupa and Shanmuga, do you agree with this? Yes, Swarupa, Shanmuga.
No, I am not understand this one. I need to read to the
Yeah, you just go through the slide and then decide which is the correct option.
Yeah, B1, right.
Are you speaking, Ashwini? Ashwini, you're not audible.
Ashwini?
Looks like she has some internet problem.
Oh,
Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Sorry for that small interruption. I hope I'm audible now.
Yes.
yes. Yes.
Okay. So this was expected. Yes. So how it's telling? Adding the amount from all the three orders and then subtracting the amount of the smallest order leaves the sum of the two largest orders. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So with our requirement, let's have sum of all your quarters. Mean, now this mean is returning the fractions or integers value. Hence we are rounding up. And of course, n of all quarter 4. So with our output as well. So this is our total. This is our average. Now average, see, it returns to decimals, correct? And your n count. So this is the n count, which is number of non-missing values. So to have a round value of this, let's implement into your code a function called as round for your mean. So first and foremost, it should first calculate the mean, and then after calculating the mean, it should round off. All right. So same thing here. So you can also try this demo for our current topic, which is demo lesson 5 D115 113. Go ahead, open this demonstration, lesson 5 D113 or demonstration 13 for your PG2 or P2. Go ahead and open this demo.
Done, Ashwini.
I'm also.
Okay, hold on now, please. So after this, you can just move ahead with your exercise and you can try exercise for this topic, which is for level 2. Let's come. Try level 2 exercise for this topic. Shanuga, I hope you have done with the demo. It was quite simple. So this first topic is quite simple for our level 1, which is on page 5-54. So instead of doing level 1, you can go ahead and try it out level 2. Okay, just try it out over this. I'll come
There,
back to you.
there is no level 2 exercise for this section within.
Hmm.
It's
Level
challenge,
2,
555
it's
page.
direct. Yeah, it's 5-55 challenge. So it's try level 1, no problem. Try this. Exercise number 8, calculating statistics and rounding. Go ahead. simple code. You see, this is a very simple code where you simply have to round with mean, max of your all months, sum of all your months, correct? And you get the result with this data step and plot print. This is what is expected, right? If you want, I'll give you this code.
Yes, Ashwin. done.
And great.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, right? Which I have shown on the screen and I've also given you in the chat box. Swarupa Shanmuga.
Done, Ashwini.
The demo is
Done.
Yes. It's same like your demo. Nothing much. Yes. Moving ahead, let's see how one can convert variable type. Now, this is one of the topic which is really important as per your life scenarios. Of course, every topic is important, but this is something which you have to work out as a data analyst in some areas where you have to convert the type of your column. So when we say type of your column, you know, in SAS, the columns which are being created are always of two types, character and numeric, correct? So in case your date column is saved as character, how you can convert it to numeric? And in case any numeric variable or any character variable which is saved as suppose numeric, how will you convert it to its character? Okay, so that's how we'll be learning here. So objective here is will explain the automatic conversion that SAS uses to convert values between data types and will explicitly convert it by using some of your functions to convert the data types. So look at it with your business scenario on this column. Now look at this column. Your data you have is Orion.convert. Okay, so you have column ID, gross pay, code, and hired. So this
Screen,
ID is
Actually, we can't see the screen.
screen is
one
different.
sec, one sec, one sec. Yeah. All right. So here it is. So you have a variable, or sorry, you have a table called Orion.convert. So you have to convert this HR data. So it's telling this data set was created with data types and variable names that must be changed for future reporting and analysis. So originally in this table, you have this column ID, gross pay, code, and hire. Code, if you see, it's telling with this icon, it's numeric. Hired means is the date of hire when that employee was hired. Now we know dates are always saved as numeric, but in this table it's showing its character. Gross pay, you know, it's a pay related column, that means it's numeric, but again it's saved as character. And ID, it's simple ID column which has numbers. Again, it is saved as character. And this is what the conversion you have to do. ID, gross pay, hired should be converted to numeric. A column named as phone, which will have the value coming up from code, has to be saved as character. All right, so this is our conversion of column types, which we have to target. So moving ahead, in SAS, whenever we have to convert your data conversion, there are two ways of converting. One is automatic conversion and second is explicitly converting. So automatic conversion is done by SAS. Okay, so hence it's called as automatic, and how it is done, we'll see it in upcoming topics. But when it is automatically converted by SAS, it's called as automatic conversion, or your values are converted automatically. Whereas explicitly means as a data analyst, we are going to give certain instructions to SAS to convert the data value explicitly by using certain functions. What are those functions? Input and put functions. So when the input function is used, when we have to convert any character variable to numeric by using certain functions, which is input. Whereas put function, it is exactly opposite, numeric to character. All right. Okay. So let's understand the same data conversion by using with this example. So the topic is automatic conversion of character to numeric. Now we know ID is numeric, so we have to convert it to character. So you simply write this data step and you write employee ID, a new column, which is ID plus some digit, which is 11,000. So this is your original column, which is character. We add 11,000 to it, so it gets this values to be added with this 11,000. Okay, so this is what the expression is. This is your input table. So you have code and mobile. Okay, so this is your ID, this is your gross pay, this is hired pay. See, gross pay, it's character. See, hired, it's character. This is having special signs, this is having special signs, hence it's saved as character. Whereas code is numeric, but you'll have to convert this to phone number as a single column, where you will be combining code and mobile, where this code will be put into parentheses along with the conversion, and hence you will get this column combined as a single column called as phone, which will be character. Okay, so that's what it's telling here. So first and foremost, it's telling what happens when a character value of ID is used in an arithmetic expression. So this is your character value, ID plus arithmetic expression. Why arithmetic? Because you have used a plus sign. So it performs an arithmetic operation on the value of ID to create employee ID. So what happens in this cases? Now for this, I'll just show you in your demo itself. So I'll go into the demo, which is demo D0 or D14. So if you look here, the same thing. I select my data step and I simply try to execute it and I check my log. I get the output employee ID. See what has happened? The ID of my original value is prefixed with this 11,000. And when I check my log, I get one note. So what note is coming? Character values have been converted to numeric values at the places, at line number, at column number, and so on. So what is this note? So this note is coming because SAS is doing automatic conversion, and hence you get this message in log telling character values has been converted to numeric values. So this is what is happening at the back end when we are using any character value in an arithmetic operation. Okay, so this is how it's showing you.
But the ID column, it has only numbers. Why is it character?
So what is happening? Though it's number, but it's saved as character, correct? So that's what it's happening. So this is what automatic conversion is happening. So when you move ahead, so you know you had seen in log also, it gets this message. So why this is happening? So you get this output where your original ID value got prefixed with this 11,000. Okay, so this is automatic conversion, worked great with ID. Now let's see what happens with your gross pay, because you know this gross pay column is also character. We'll try to convert it to numeric. So let's see how it's working. So with gross pay, I simply write, I want to calculate bonus. I use gross pay, and this, you know, bonus is 10% of your gross pay. So I'm writing bonus is equal to gross pay into 0.10. Okay, so I'm using this. So again, I move ahead and I use the same expression within my code. So I have this in my demo. So when I open this demonstration, again, I'm using a new column to be created bonus, where I'm using my original column gross pay into an arithmetic operation. Okay, as compared with your this table, correct? So let's put it same on the same slide so that we can compare this data steps. All right, so let's create this. Now look at your code carefully. So what has happened? Bonus, it's telling it's missing. It did not calculate bonus. So check your log. So what has happened? It's not giving you any type of syntax error, but you have a data error. Why data error? Because the expressions which you have provided is not as per your data value. So what is wrong? So SAS is also giving a note that character values are converting to numeric, but it gives a note invalid numeric data. So though you are writing gross pay in an expression, it's treating as if this value of gross pay is a numeric value to be converted or to be calculated as 10% of your gross pay. But it's telling gross pay, its type is character. See, it's showing the value in quotes. That means it's character value. And because it's a character value, it's telling it cannot convert or it cannot perform its arithmetic operation with 10%. Hence, it's telling bonus is not calculated. Getting it now? Understood? Yes.
Yes.
So it's telling the expression which you have provided here is not as per your data values. Your data value is character and you are asking it to be performing an arithmetic operation. Hence, bonus is not calculated. So though SAS is trying to perform automatic conversion, but it's not true for this value. Why? Because this value does has a special size and it's a character. It's not a simple number. So this is what has happened in the pattern. So this is where it's telling. So why did automatic conversion not work for the value of gross pay? It's because when does automatic conversion occurs? So SAS automatically converts a character values to numeric value when character value is used as numeric text. Like we have used ID, though it's character, we had used in arithmetic operation. Same gross pay, though it's character, we used in arithmetic operation. So whenever a numeric variable is used in an arithmetic operation, as if it's a numeric, SAS will try to perform an automatic conversion. So assignment to a numeric variable, that's what it's telling, an arithmetic operation or logical comparison with numeric value, a function that takes numeric argument. Any of this is written in your expression, SAS will perform arithmetic conversion, sorry, automatic conversion. So make a note, it's telling the where statement and the where equal to dataset option do not perform any automatic conversion in comparisons. Always make this note, okay? So automatic conversion, whenever is SAS is performing, it always uses w.in format. It produces a numeric missing value from a character value that does not conform to standard numeric notation. Now, in our example, if you have observed your gross pay value, though it is numbers, but they are saved as character, but these values are not confronting your standard numeric value. If you remember, we have learned about reading raw files, about in-format instructions. So what are standard data and what is unstandard or non-standard data? So standard data means where there is no special instructions given to SAS to read those values. But here, this data has some special signs which SAS will not able to read it automatically. Hence, this becomes non-standard value. Getting it? But it's not true with ID because ID is simple numbers. Hence, it was standard numeric data, and that is why it was automatically performing conversion for ID without any nodes or without any errors. Hence, it was producing the values. But when we were doing the same with gross pay, it produces a numeric missing value from a character value that does not conform standard numeric notation. And gross pay values were non-standard data values. Agreed?
That is
Yes,
the reason we use informat.
absolutely. Now we'll see how to use those in formats. So this is what it's telling. Automatic conversion is happening very well for all this above three values, which is this. But when it comes to this value, SAS was not able to perform automatic conversion, hence it left to missing. And it automatically converted by using w.in format. So the value of w.in was
Ashwini, you're not audible. Swarupa,
Yes.
that rounding for 0.5, I didn't understand you.
Round.
0.5.
Round 0.5, na? Yeah, it
Hmm.
was like, see, 0.25 is like 25, 50, 75, and 100. If it is
That I
0.5,
understood. One more thing. What was that? After that, some other slide she showed.
which one?
I think I better, if it has in the PDF, let me check.
Okay. Tell me the page number.
547.
547. Okay, just a minute. 547. The seal function you're saying? Or the,
Round.
yeah, round. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, na? So it is like 12.69 and it is rounded from 0.25, right? So it will go to next
Second one. 0.5.
0.5. Okay. So this is like 0.5, right?
Hmm.
So nearest for 0.5 is, because it is 65, nearest will be zero point 0.5. It, if it has been 76, like 42.76, the nearest would have been 100. It's like 0.5 100.
Okay, we'll see
You
tomorrow.
got it or no?
No,
all right. What
tomorrow.
happened? What's the discussion?
Nothing, Ashwini. This rounding of 0.5, that particular statement, I didn't get it.
In which example you're telling?
The round function?
Which like the code you're telling? Any of the code?
No, from the slides you have shown, there
It's
is a
page number
round.
547. 547 in the.
So your very earlier slides. Okay, that's
Yeah, no problem. I'll get it done.
all right. No problem. So let's look into this input now.
Yeah.
Let's understand your conversion from input function.
Yeah.
So see, sorry. So this was your original table. See, convert. Your gross pay is still character. It's not at all changed. See?
Yes.
All right. So whatever you write a data set, it's only on your resulting output table, not on your input table. Input is just an source from which you are reading to output. That's it. But in case the same name you give over here, then your original table will get overwritten. Understood now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what it was telling, and you do this for your data. All right. Now let's continue. Now we have already done the changes for your ID, gross pay, hire date. Now it's left with code and mobile, which you need to combine to convert into a common column or a single column, which is phone, where now this numeric will be converted to character. So how this works, we want it this way. So you have to convert a numeric column to character, and this results to this column, right? So just look into the slides. One sec, I'll be back. All right. So look at this. Okay. So let's move. So what it's telling, automatic conversion. Now let's understand how automatic conversion works for numeric to character. So for the first try at creating phone variable, let's SAS handle this conversion automatically from numeric to character. So you just simply write your expression by using concatenating operator, that you want this bracket also to be concatenated with this code, open bracket, close bracket along with space, concatenate with mobile. So you're using the concatenating operators. Okay. So your numeric column will automatically get converted to character. So this is what you see this note into your log. All right. I hope you all are with me. Yes.
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 Okay. Moving ahead, you get the output like this. So the things are working, but if you see this, you get leading spaces before this value. Now this, see this, being a numeric value, it's converted to character, hence it is right aligned. But you are getting extra blanks before your value. All right, I hope you can view my screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now why this is happening? So what is happening, whenever a automatic conversion of numeric to character happens, SAS converts the numeric value to character value automatically when the numeric value is used as one of the character context, like assignment to a character variable, a concatenation operation, a function that accepts character arguments. So in our case, we have used concatenating operation, hence it is performing automatic conversion. But when it is using an automatic conversion, by default, SAS uses best 12 dot format. The word is format, not in format. Format means it applies some special values. Okay. So it uses best 12 dot. That means 12 width. And in our value, we have only 3 values with 8 bytes. But because you are adding, or SAS is converting it automatically, it adds the format as best 12 dot. So it uses 12 byte space for your new variable. And because the original value has only 3 values, it has showing leading 9 places blank. Getting it now? Why it's happening?
Yeah.
Yes.
But why is it right aligned? Is it because the numeric is
Because
also
it's converted to character value.
okay?
Okay, so character value, though it is going to show you as right aligned value, and it's showing you leading spaces with left side as blanks. So it right aligns the resulting character value. See this? Got it?
Yes.
Moving ahead. Yes, so that's what we get this. So how you'll fix it? You fix with a put function where you can explicitly control the numeric to character conversion. So in this case, some of the examples, your put function apply the format. Now understand how it works. These are numeric with simple numbers. When you write this format, it will apply those special signs and hence it will save as character. So it will appear like this. See, it's original column, new columns are character, and when you see its proc print, it's showing you with special signs, it becomes character. Got it now? These were original numbers. Because you use put function with format, it applied those format and it's showing its character. All right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So again, in our example, we use put function for code with 3 dot as its put. Of course, you're concatenating with this special signs and concatenating with mobile. So your output will come in this form. And now let's combine all the expressions together. So either which ways is either you write a concatenating operator for your area code with parentheses, or you can use a cat function like this. So this is the cat function, or you use this with put. So when you use a cat function, no need of put function. Okay, but when you use concatenating operator, of course you'll have to use put function. All right. So when you use any of your cat family functions, it does converts any numeric argument to character string by using best 12 dot format and then removes any leading blanks by default. But when you do not use any cat functions, it will convert, but it will apply the best 12 dot format and does not remove any leading blanks. All right.
Ashwini,
So let's put all the program. Yeah, tell me.
while using the cat function in the code, why are the commas before and after the code word?
It's because this is one argument which you want opening parenthesis. This is one argument, comma, second argument, comma, concatenated with closing parenthesis with a space, comma, and the third argument is a mobile.
Oh, okay.
Got it now?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is your combined program with cat function they have used, and you get the output. So you get now ID is numeric, gross pay numeric, new column is bonus, which is calculation of 10% of your gross pay. Phone, which is converted from numeric to character for this code value. And of course, higher date is a numeric, but you have applied a format on it. All right, that's it. So if you want, you can always try it out, this demo. So try this demo, which is demo D0 or D20. Okay, so try the demo D20, D21, and D22. So in series, you can work with the demonstration right from demo D to 23, D20 to 23. So it's demo D21. Okay, now pay attention on the screen. Now I'm removing that varna and I'm simply executing this data step. So what does proc contents give? It gives us the result in 3 portions. First portion is your general data information. Second is your engine host information. And the third part of your proc content is alphabetic list of variables along with its attributes. Correct? So what I'm telling, the third part also gives you the title as alphabetic list. So you see the numbers. So does it give you the order of the numbers as the original table in your report? Just check your output. So for me, it's taking time to run. Yes, Nilima, Shanmuga, Swarupa. Yes.
With Varnam, it is creation order and not alphabetical order.
Correct. It's not creation. Obviously, when we do not write Varnam, it gives us the list of the values or list of your columns in its alphabetic list. Correct. But it's not as the original order. But when you write Varnam option, it gives you the values as it is in your table as its original order. Correct.
Yeah.
Understood now?
Yes.
Yes. Shanmuga and Swarupa,
Yes.
did you follow?
I didn't.
Swarupa?
No, I didn't
Yes.
get.
Okay. So Swarupa, you just open that demo, execute that code, and run that code without Varnam and check the last part of your alphabetic list of variables of proc content. I hope you remember what proc content does.
Yes.
And check the title of it. It's telling alphabetic list of variables and its attributes. So it shows the alphabetically the variable names in your proc content. And see its serial numbers. Does those numbers in order? No, those numbers are as per your
Observations in the original demo.
correct, Swarupa.
Yes.
With Varnam, it is giving the creation order.
Then add in your proc contents Varnam and
Okay.
try it out.
Yeah, I saw the change. Yeah.
Okay, but all right. So did you understand the presence of Varnam and what if you do not write with Varnam?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So continue with your next demos also. Demo D22 and demo D23.
Yes, Ashwin.
Done with all the demonstrations?
Yeah.
Okay. So see with Varnam. Okay. So this with proc contents Varnam. This is the third portion of its chain. It's see the column heading now or table heading now. Variables in creation order. And this is the original order. And this is its original order. But what if I do not use this? Now check. See, it's showing it alphabetic list of variables and attributes. So it's showing you alphabetically. So, but its creation order here is its fourth column on your originally on your table. First column is this, but this is alphabetically arranged. Got it now? The effect of using Varnam and no Varnam. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have done with this all the three demonstrations, you have an exercise. But I leave this exercise for you as a self-study. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So let's stop our day, revise the topics, and on Friday we'll meet. Not for me, it's Friday. For you, it's Thursday. So we'll meet with our next chapter, which is lesson number 6 with debugging technique. All right.
Okay.
All right. So wish you good night. Take care. Bye. And thanks for attending the session.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashwini.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.